Hello, welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm acting weird, right? Yes, I'm acting weird because I just finished a book that shattered my brain right now, and so I'm trying to piece my brain back together. And I just finished reading this book, like, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes ago, and I have to talk about it. I called one of my friends, she's not online, and I don't know what's going on, but I have to say something. The book we're going to be talking about today is Nigerian Men Will Stay Your White by Alexndria Humpfrey. That title, I should have known with the title, but I was like, it's nothing, like, it's not going to be anything new now, like, we all know this. It's a common knowledge. Nigerian men will stay in your white. It's common. You see, I didn't even know I was going to read this today. I put the universe. Everything happens for a reason. White. Where do I start? I've been trying to record more book videos, like book reviews, and I've noticed that when I start, I have a defined thing, or like things I want to say in bullet points in my head, but then by the time I get to in front of the camera, I do not really remember what I want to say anymore. So because of this book, because of that, I decided to write for this book. See my Bible. See my book. See, I wrote, but I still got lost in the book, and for that I am sorry, but that's besides the point. So let us talk about Nigerian Men Will Stay in Your White. Oh God. This book, I thought it was just going to be one person's story, but it's not. It's like 5 ladies story. It follows Efua, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Then Rita, Bola, Femi, and even at a point a woman named Sarah got into the mix, but her story was really, really brief. So she didn't really make a significant contribution. So Efua is a Ghanaian girl who moved with her parents from Ghana to Nigeria when she was little. They moved briefly, and when they were moving back, by the time they were moving back, she had found herself a boyfriend and was so convinced that she wanted to stay in Nigeria, complete her education, and stay with her boyfriend. She didn't want to do long distance and everything. So they allowed her to stay. So she basically grew up in Nigeria. So she's mostly a Nigerian. She's only a Ghanaian by ancestry. Let's say ancestry, because her father is a Ghanaian and her mother is just a Ghanaian. So she married a guy called Femi. From that, alarm bell started ringing that Femi K. If you know, Femi of all things. I decided to let that slide, Like, don't be stereotypical. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a person by their name. It's not a good thing. And she was talking on and on about how her marriage was, how lovely it was, how they first met and everything. Like, that's what she was first doing. And then she now said his name was Femi. That's when my blood pressure spiked, But I digress. And so it also talked about her friends, their journeys, also like the men they were dating, how their lives go on. It's just basically the plot of the book is just basically showing you how Nigerian men can be wicked and how they can be heartless and how they can be stupid, right? So everybody has their own. Let's start with Rita. No, let's not start with Rita. Let's start with Bola. Bola in the book, I can't remember if she was the one that had a boyfriend and broke up with him. Okay, no, that was Rita. So Bola is a bank, a customer service employee in a bank, but she's a social media influencer and a PRO for a nightclub. So that's her distant bank by day, club by night. You get. So like someone gave her information out to a customer, and then she met David Okeke. So this was the person that her whole love story was all about in this book. And on the day when she thought he was going to like ask her to be his girlfriend, it turns out he had a wife, and the wife got wind of their relationship, came to the restaurant and beat her up. This woman beat her up. I felt so bad for her, and I felt so angry because David was just standing at the side, not doing anything. Like, obviously he can't do anything, but then at least try to like help the girl now, even though it's not going to help your case. But at least, why would you just stand there and let the woman be beaten? Then we have Kemi. Kemi is your typical, her family wanted her to study law. She went to art, and she's also freelancing, and her parents don't see it as a lucrative and like professional and like a job that they can brag about, because they are kind of in the upper echelons of Lagos society, right? And she's 27 or 28 if I'm not mistaken, and she's not married, so they were pressuring her to find a boyfriend and everything. And because she was still in their house, they thought they could still control her, maybe because they thought her job that because she works remotely, so they thought her job wasn't paying her well, or she couldn't stand on her own with her job. So that's what they were trying to use to manipulate her. And it got to the point where they met one of their friends. They set her up on an arranged date. I know, arranged date in this day and age, but that's another story. And it turns out her mother lied and basically offered her up as a goat for offering to be married off, because they just wanted their daughter to be married, and they wanted her to be married to a rich person. So she had enough of the disrespect and moved in with Bola until she found her own place. She eventually escaped the claws of her parents, thank God. So that's basically her own story. So we've talked about Bola, we've talked about Kemi. Then Rita she had a boyfriend in the beginning of the book, but the boyfriend messed up. He lost his job, and he decided to begged her to let him move in, and then the relationship just started going downhill from there. Just started behaving stupidly, wasn't even actively looking for a job, started mooching off her, and she got fed up and kicked him out. And then we come to the main character of the story. Our narrator, our able narrator, Efwa Johnson, who was married to the one and only Femi Johnson. From the beginning, I thought I had my blood pressure. I said my blood pressure spiked at the mention of that name, but I was like, let us give him the benefit of the doubt. And my doubt was it was reducing because nothing really happened in the first chapters of the book. And then something happened. She fought with Rita because I think something happened on their anniversary. The day after their anniversary, they had a gathering, and it was a party. So Femi and his friends and Efua and her friends came to celebrate with them. And I think something happened, but the book didn't even hint to that. It was just one day after they were taking care of Bola, after David's wife beat her up. It was now brought to light that, I don't know, Femi told Efua something. Maybe Rita came on to him or something like that. And Rita, being the friendship was didn't want to like say something. I guess something happened between the two of them. And even till the end of the book, we didn't really know that something happened between the two. We didn't really know what exactly happened between the two of them. But Rita was being a considerate friend and didn't want to tell her friend, didn't want to worry her friend. But the husband got to F1 first and told her everything, and then she started fighting with Rita. And this was around the time where Bola was beaten up, as I have previously mentioned. So after they took care of Bola and everything, their friend group kind of scattered. Rita stayed on her own, Efua stayed on their, like they left the WhatsApp group chat and everything. And then Kemi and Bola, since Kemi was staying with Bola. Remember, Kemi was staying with Bola because she had enough of her parents. So it was at that point where Bola found a place and moved in, like they cleaned the place and moved in. That was when they now decided that, okay, since they were done with this project, let them schedule an intervention between their two friends so they can make up and everything. And the day before the scheduled intervention, Efua drove Femi to the hospital for a medical conference. Keep that in mind, for a medical conference. So after the time the stage intervention has started, Efua decided to listen to Rita. Before she wasn't keen, she didn't want to listen to Rita at all. But she decided to listen to Rita because prior to this intervention that their friends scheduled, she had an appointment with her gynecologist and found out that she had gonorrhea. And you know, gonorrhea is a sexually transmitted disease. So she was in disbelief because she wasn't cheating. And her doctor was trying to tell her that you need to talk to your husband about this, like, you know, professional ethics. You need to talk to your husband about this. But I have to tell you, gonorrhea is a sexually transmitted disease. And she was still trying to like defend Femi to her doctor that no, Femi isn't cheating on her husband isn't cheating on her, all this, all that. But the doctor just told her that, oh, they caught it early, so it shouldn't have any lasting effects. They prescribed her drugs and she went to the scheduled intervention. And that was how she decided to listen to Rita. And Rita, this girl, she decided to show, not tell. That's the quote for today. Show, not tell. She took her to a hotel where we saw Femi, obviously. Femi, what are you doing here? So Efua was about to rush up and ask him that same question, but Rita held her back because, you know, you don't just go blindly like that now. You wait for the things that are happening to happen first. Let them get to a point so that you now barge in and be like this. So they eventually went into the hotel room, and lo and behold, was Femi having sex with another man. Did you hear me very well? He was having sex with another man. Another man. Femi. Let me remove my cap. Femi. Huh. I hear me. And you know the funniest part, all this thing happened in the last chapter. I was so blindsided. Like the way they just said, oh, Femi was with another man, and then they just ended the book. The end. Bitibawo. Why? As how? I was speechless. I was flabbergasted. I was surprised. What other English can I use? What other English can I use? Ha. Femi. Ha. 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 What? I don't know. I don't know what else to say. This is the end of the video. Because that was how the book ended. I don't Femi.